Hey everyone, apologies for running a little bit late there. We are starting a new game today because we finished our old game. And this is the soundtrack to the new game, and I'm not really impressed by it. I don't know, they had that one like heavy metal song in there, which was sounded like it was being played through an AM radio, but psychological analogy, have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming in. And I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Basically, I need to get tested in 2 weeks to make sure I still have the vaccine in me because I've taken both shots of the vaccine in 3, 4 weeks now. Three, I think, over three. And because I'm a transplant patient, they're saying that they found transplant patients that don't have traces of the vaccine in them. It could be that their medication wiped it out of their system. So, long story short, I may have taken the vaccine for nothing. So, just gonna be cautious. In 2 weeks, 2, 3 weeks, I'll find out the answers to that, and I'll just have to pretend I never got the vaccine for the time being, just to be on the safe side. But like these adventure games where you can play when the player can still really take their time. Yeah, I like them too. They're good to break up um larger games. Like we just finished Enslaved. That was kind of like running through it. It's pretty quick. It was a good game, Enslaved. The adventure games are good. Obviously, after this, we'll play Half-Life Opposing Force, and then we'll play the sequel to this, which isn't as good as this game, I heard. But this one's better than the last one we played, the prequel, which is Post Mortem. So that's how it works out. Yeah, variety streaming is what it's all about. We're not just gonna do first-person shooters, even though there are times I'm like, I could just run around shooting people forever. But yeah, we're changing it up as always. So, Still Life takes place in 2005. The game was released in 2005. Post Mortem, its predecessor, took place in 1920, around that time, in Paris. This takes place in Chicago, Still Life. So, um, Victoria MacPherson is the granddaughter of Gus MacPherson, who was the lead character in the first game. I think granddaughter, not great granddaughter. So that's where it kind of comes together. And Victoria is in present day, but I think the game has a flashback to the original time period that Gus was in, maybe years later after postmortem. Blood postmortem is also in the 1920s. Yes, it's very confusing because I did play them both. So every time I would search for postmortem, the PC adventure game, I'd get blood. It's postmortem, but it connects really good too. Yeah, it could. It could. He was in Paris in the 1920s, so maybe blood took place in Romania in the 1920s or something. There's some like Balkan countryside. Who knows? With that game. So there'll be more post-mortem coming up in the future. So we got a lot going on here. A lot going on. All right. Well, anyway, let's get into the game. Um, this is a difficult game to stream and play. First of all, it's got an uncapped frame rate, which ruins the text on the screen. So what I had to do was I had to run RTSS and cap the frame rate. So I got to run that first. Cap the frame rate to 60 FPS. That's what's recommended. All right. I have it at 60. Game time indeed. Well, this is an older game. So GOG released it fixed for playing with a frame cap, unfortunately, and without a frame cap, actually. And, running it at 1,000 frames per second just makes a game freak out. 1,000 frames. Who would have ever thought we'd be able to run games that fast? But these older games are really good at doing that.
Believe all this goddamn snow, too? Look at this shit. You know how hard it was getting here?
Besides you, who got here first?
Miller did about 10 minutes ago. Claire followed a few minutes later.
It's Miller time. Miller's here.
Where's the crime scene?
The crime scene is through the entrance, up the stairs and to your right. Miller beat a chicken shit leaning up against the fridge. Miss MacPherson, be careful in there. I need a tetanus shot just looking at this place.
Be bad.
Miller got here first, huh? Did he do it again?
Yeah, he did. Oh, Claire is pissed as hell, too. She threw him out into the hallway.
Well, okay. I guess I'll head up and see how Miller's doing.
Okay, Agent MacPherson. You watch yourself in there.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, this game has anti-aliasing, considering it is a point-and-click adventure game. The Microwave games did have anti-aliasing in them, which is ironic. I don't know exactly how it helps. I mean, it helps a little bit with the Jaggies, as you can see here. Some of this is pre-rendered, like, I'm assuming the ambulance is pre-rendered, but it looks pretty good. It looks better than the first game. First game wasn't bad, it's just that when you went into a room or to a restaurant or something, you could definitely tell who you were there to interact with, as all the other customers in the background were kind of like painted onto the wall or something. So, alright, bring in the coffee. As we go upstairs. And the little compass pointer is a lot better than it was in the last game too. It was just like a pen nib, an ink pen nib. Why is this guy hunched over?
Wow, you remind me of when I was at the academy. One day I decided to run the obstacle course after lunch. I lost everything, even my breakfast. It was a gruesome mash of pizza and French toast.
If you're trying to help me, it's not working.
Here you are. It might make things pass more smoothly. Ooh, then again, maybe not.
I used to have tons of pens and nibs when I was a kid because I was an artist and I would ink my pencils and I'd use them and then I'd forget to clean them right and they'd get all caked up with ink and I have to end up buying some more. Alright, we gave him his coffee. I don't think that's gonna help him.
So what can you tell me?
It's our guy's work, all right. The victim's in an old bathtub. She's stuck in ice. I couldn't see much. Thank God.
Sick to his stomach.
Miller, you're going to have to stop trying. You and dead bodies don't mix. I suggest you wait for us next time. We can't risk any more donut-contaminated crime scenes.
Yes, I will, Agent MacPherson.
So where's Claire?
Old Indian saying, follow stench. Find little pale-faced fat woman.
Christ, Miller, I'm really not in the mood.
Sorry. She's in the bathroom. Follow the hallway to the end and it's the door to your left. She's working near the body. I think she needs you to take a look at the rest of the apartment. Here, take the camera. Claire doesn't want me around, so you're gonna have to take pictures too.
Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, we get a camera. Definitely not a digital camera. This looks like something... a little point and shoot from 2000s.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it has a bit of an X-Files vibe to it. This obviously takes place in modern days, so she's more of like a hip kind of chick, artsy still, but the other game,
Oh, by the way,
it
stop
was
at the
very...
person, please. Just plain Victoria is fine, all right?
Will do, Victoria.
The other game was definitely a period piece.
Just out of morbid curiosity, where did the Martians land this time?
I hurled in the toilet. Can we change the subject?
Jeez, that would bring you to 2-0. Claire must be very happy right now.
Actually, no she isn't. I think she wants to kill me. She threatened to tie me to your 4x4 and drag me through the streets.
Oof.
Take it easy. See you in a bit.
Yeah, this feels a little more like a Resident Evil type game from the looks of it. Third person view. It's down this way. I'm glad we're not the first person view anymore. Can't go in there, right?
This door's been nailed shut. Nice work, too.
When we see over here, start investigating.
I absolutely love what they've done here. The view is just super.
She has really good sarcasm in this game, I will say that. The second game, she's outright mean with her humor. Can we go upstairs? I don't think we can. I think we just gotta go into the rooms here.
Lucy, you have some splaining to do. Weird, a clean spot in such a messy place.
Let's have a look around.
This is a nice pile of junk.
It's tough for her to be picking up. Oh, can we go in this room? Yeah, let's go in this room. I was gonna say it's tough for her to be picking up stuff from the ground while she's holding coffee.
Forensic lamp. This enables us to have a better look around. With the right filter, of course.
This is a dump. Oh, a rat. Look at that. Dolls hanging from the ceiling. Take a look.
Nice Christmas decorations.
Yeah, it's probably like a tenement house that it was abandoned and people are just like squatting in, if anything. There's our friend.
It's Claire's briefcase. She carries her stuff around in that.
Let's talk to Claire.
Hello, Clarice. So, what's all the fuss about?
Let's see. I have an idiot who throws up at a crime scene. I'm understaffed because I'm the only one crazy enough to work during the holidays. I'm freezing my butt off. The body is stuck in ice. And what else?
This might actually help. Coffee?
Yes, please. It's no wonder you were my best student.
Hey, maybe you should take it easy with Miller.
Take it easy? This is the second time I have to go through his vomit to see if there's any evidence hidden in the pile. Take it easy? No, I don't think so.
That's not good.
What can I do to help?
Have a look around and gather any evidence that you can find. I've wasted enough time getting this body ready for the meat wagon. You know how they can get pissy. Anyway, I thought I saw some blood stains as I came in. You can start by collecting some of that and then look around for more. Remember, always take a picture before you collect something. To help you out, grab the forensic tools from my briefcase and what's left of the kitchen. Once you've collected the evidence, come and help me out in here.
You do know I'm a field agent, right? I think this is a little out of my league.
Vic MacPherson is out of her league? This is a first. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I think I need a vacation.
Sweetie, you can't always catch them on the first 3 victims.
I know.
Thanks for helping out.
My pleasure, Clarice.
Oh, stop that.
All right, so she puts her to work. We got to go find some evidence, obviously. It's a playing card on the floor, I think. Yeah, so this is the first murder of its kind. Apparently there's been a couple of more before this. So this is like a repeat murderer, and we'll find out soon enough if there's more beyond this one. Okay. We got some swabs. this looks like it could be a blacklight item. Invisible blood reaggregate. Tweezers. Some film for our camera. No, it's fine. I haven't played Serious Sam yet. The one I really want to play down the road is the one from that was on the GameCube. That one was supposed to be really good. I gotta find a copy of it though. Once I have a copy of the retro game, then I can play it. Can we combine these? If we can. The whole new system for items here. There we go. Alright, so we combine that. You just look at this, that's all? Like a... Not much of anything, is it? Blacklight filter creates a blacklight environment. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, I haven't played through Serious Sam yet. Yeah, the inventory is pretty cool. The way they set it up in this game. In the other game, it was like at the bottom of the screen. It just didn't work out. You said there was blood when she first came in. That's right here. Let's take a look.
Not getting a sample by dipping my finger in it. I need a tool.
Hold on. How do we get to the tool?
Not getting a sample by dipping my finger in it. I need a tool.
So how do I get the tool into my hand? That's the problem. Does she have it now in her hand? I don't think she does.
Sample by dipping my finger in it. I need a tool.
Creates a blacklight environment. Alright, I understand that. But...
Not getting a sample by dipping my finger in it. I need a tool.
Well, the interface is improved. How do I put this in her hand? Maybe that's not the tool we need. Maybe we need more of a different item.
I need to take a picture
There we go.
before I take samples.
Okay, that's the first thing. That makes sense. That's her taking the picture. She'll take the sample with the swab. We got this. Right. Take a look here. He was complaining that this was a clean spot, which means it's not, my guess.
Looks like our perp cleaned up after himself.
See if we could use this blood spray to bring it back. If there is any. Yeah, she can't use it. The only time you could use anything, I guess, is when you have the hand icon up on the screen.
This is a nice pile of junk.
Let's go to a room that had the baby dolls hanging from the ceiling. It's definitely something worth taking a picture of. It allows me to. Guess not. Oh, something in the corner.
Bingo. We've got hair and fiber samples.
Hey, Paul, how's it going? Afternoon to you, too. Starting a new detective game here. Thank you for the hosts as well. I appreciate it. How was your weekend? Alright, so first things first. I need the tweezers to pick that up.
I need to take a picture before I take samples.
Of course, we gotta take a picture now. But it's evening now. Yeah, it's 4:17 here, so it's getting there. Let's take this picture. No complaints, uneventful, no news is good news. That's what I always say. Hair fiber. Alright, so we picked that up. Alright, so it's a matter of just finding what area in the room is interesting to her, I guess. Is there anything in this room? Toolkit. Go over there. And I enjoy you're not going for the mainstream titles all the time, dude. These are games I wouldn't really bother myself, but fun to watch. Thank you. Yeah, the more obscure the game, the more I enjoy playing it. A lot of people play, you know, the same games over and over again. I mean, I can't play Destiny. I'm not a fan of it. So, you know, to stream that would make no sense for me. You know, I do play some more popular titles here and there, but, you know, nothing huge. Retro variety streamer, that's what I call myself. Retro and variety streaming. That's what I'll say. I mean, this is what I enjoy playing, these crazy old games. And people like watching them, so... it's all good. Nah, you're not guilty of it. I've enjoyed your...
I can't move now. I still have work to do.
When you've streamed Batman, I've really enjoyed it. Actually, I picked up the Batman series because I watched you stream it once. Okay, so she can't leave that room. Is there anything else we can look at here? How's the lighting?
This is a nice pile of junk.
Is there anything we could do here?
Looks like our perp cleaned up after himself. I can't use that here.
Can't use it there. What else can we use? The blood spray. There's probably blood on the wall. Nothing.
I can't use that here.
Yeah, the Batman games are
This is
so
a nice
good.
pile of junk.
I don't have a PS4 or PS5, so I don't play the Spider-Man games, and these are just as good. I fell in love with Arkham Asylum. A friend lent me that and Red Dead Redemption on 360. I never even bothered playing Red Dead Redemption for 2 months until 2 months after. I was just playing Batman all the time. I hear you. I liked Red Dead Redemption. It's not a bad game. I just didn't feel the need to go and play the second game. Like, the first one was just enough for me.
This is a nice pile of junk.
That's all I needed. Oh, here we go. I don't know if we can use the black light
Can't use that
filter.
here.
Can't use it there? Okay. What about the spray? Spray's supposed to reveal blood. If there's any. Take a picture?
I can't use that here.
Okay. Take a sample of the paint, I guess. I don't know where we're gonna
I
find
can't
it.
use that here.
Nothing. Alright. Just looking for clues. What about this? This blood.
Not getting a sample by dipping my finger in it. I need a tool.
I think the story was good, but never enough to hook me. I used to just call it Grand Theft Horses. That's basically what it was. It was Grand Theft on horse. I really liked it because I was into westerns, but by the end of the game, I was kind of like not annoyed with it, but tired of playing it. There's only so many times you can do the same side quests. But Batman, boy, let me tell you. Alright, so we got more blood samples. What else is there? The radiator, the lights. The lights are nothing.
I need a tool before I can use this properly.
Oh, okay. Are we taking a picture of it?
I need a tool before I can use this properly.
Ah, the blacklight filter. Okay, that's what the blacklight filter's for. I was wondering. There you go. Look at that. Disturbed. Take a look at it. Somebody must be a real fan of the band. Not a big GTA guy. Yeah, I don't like those crazy, like, open world games that take years to finish. I like Vice City. That's the last one I played. GTA 5 was fun until I beat the main story, and then I never went back. I don't blame you. I do not blame you one bit. Oh, hold on. Then we gotta use a blacklight filter here. So, grab it back. Vice City is always going to be my top 5. Yeah, it has to be. Come on, Ray Liotta playing the lead. Such a good game. If I told you this was a sequel to Beyond Good and Evil, I never would have believed you. Actually, it's not. This is a sequel to Post Mortem, the adventure game I played a couple of weeks ago. I wish it would make a proper sequel to Beyond Good and Evil. Vice City, I love the music, but I like playing 3 way more. I've never played 3. Cop chases on a fast motorbike. Yep. Mopeds.
I need a tool before I can use this properly.
Yeah, I understand that. You don't have to say it each and every time. There you go. Sanctuary. Take a picture of that. May guy look like you? Good reason to like it. Yeah, Vice City did it for me because it was more like Ray Liotta, and it was kind of like, you know, Miami Vice. Actually, guy who played Philip Michael J. Thomas, is that the guy's name? What's the guy's name from Miami Vice? He was in that. He played Vince. Philip Michael Thomas, that's the guy's name. Clooney cut, black hair with sideburns, and olive cargo pants. Right down to the olive cargo pants. Oh, we gotta get the filter back. Let's get it back. Alright, I think that's all the evidence we need at this point. So let's go back to Claire. Hang out with her and find out what's going on there. So we could put the filter on here. Never noticed it until my dad walked into the room and saw me playing it and said, "Are you playing as yourself? That looks like you." Well, if anybody's going to point out that it looks like you, it's going to be your dad. He knows you best. Hold on. No. So I could just walk into that room? No interaction with the lights here. Okay, let's talk to Claire. Actually, what's in here? Nothing. Already grabbed everything out of there.
Okay, all done and neatly packed.
Great. Thanks a lot, sweetie.
So, what's next?
I need some shots of the body before we
Heck
move
yeah.
things around and disrupt the original crime scene.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing yourself in a video game.
So, what can you tell me so far?
Not much right now. Probably like the other 4. Cause of death is drowning, but I'll make it official after the autopsy. She was stabbed numerous times and she was eviscerated. Nothing indicates a struggle or resistance on the part of the victim. My guess is she was unconscious during the stage of the assault.
Can you walk me through what happened here?
Not now. I'd rather do preliminary lab work first and also analyze the evidence you picked up. I'll give you a briefing when I finish a few tests. Okay, I think you can remove the cloth from her face now.
Aw, you spoil me.
This reminds me a little of Condemned without the action sequences. Cutscene hype. Oof. There you go. Without the jankiness of
Oh my
Deadly
God,
Premonition.
look at the tattoo work on her skin. This girl liked pain.
I have a feeling she's a pro. I don't know why. Just call it a hunch.
Which would be a first according to the killer's MO and profile. I'll run the victim's name through the database to see if we hit something. What's her name?
According to the ID in her purse, it's Cynthia Woods. Now, can you take her picture without the rag on her face?
I think it's a pretty solid
You
game.
still need me here?
Not really. I just enjoy the company, but I can see you'd rather be somewhere else. Listen, I can handle things here on my own till the boys get here. Anyhow, you look tired as hell.
Oh, thanks for letting me off the hook, but seriously, if you need me, I'll stay.
It's fine, sweetie, really. You're not completely off the hook. I'll see you back at the morgue for my briefing.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. See you soon.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be as janky as the first game was in the series. Yeah, the jank is the reason why I don't play Deadly Premonition on PC. Yeah, the Deadly Premonition, DRS, who frequents the channel, says it's like one of the worst games ever made. I don't know why he played it. Somebody like talked him into playing it. At least the PC version, he said. Right. Told us to go home, so we go home. Save the game. There we go. This isn't a very long game either. I was surprised at how short Enslaved was. Not for the DLC, we would have beat it in under 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes, 10 hours I meant. 10 minutes would have been a speed run.
Let's go, Miller.
Okay, where to?
The office. What? Do you like them?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, anybody hurt?
We're okay.
Guy looks like David Duchovny. That's where you get your X-Files feel. He hated what they did with the second game, so they fixed the jank and he hated it. Smooth, very smooth, indeed.
There's no way I'm going down that way.
I don't like this Miller guy.
I'm going to have to look for another way out of here.
Okay, I'll wait here in case Claire decides to go down or someone tries to come up.
Yeah, okay, we'll do all the work. See ya. The only other way out is this exit right here, but...
I absolutely love what they've done here. The view is just super. Good idea. All I need now is something to pry these boards off.
We don't have anything to pry the boards off. Wait, we gotta find it. Crowbar, maybe? We get a crowbar. Also, can we go upstairs? I never bothered to look. We could. Anything that we could remotely use to pry the boards off with. Janky was okay with. He went out of his way to patch it and was patient. But they removed all the guns apparently. Your main weapon is shooting a finger gun that zaps the... What? Zaps the enemies. That's terrible. Why would they do that? I'm always tempted to pick up that game, but then I always hear bad things about it, and I'm like, but it looks cool. We need a crowbar, something, anything. Pry wood off a wall. Maybe we gotta go upstairs. We're told to go away, but is there anything in the toolkit?
I don't need to do this again.
No. About in the murder scene.
Hey, what the hell was that noise?
The stairs fell apart. If you're planning on leaving, don't take the stairs. I'm trying to find another way out.
Ah, great. Now how the hell are we supposed to get the body out of here?
I don't know. You guys will figure it out.
Yeah, the whole the Twin Peaks vibe of that game kind of draws me into it. But I know I'm in for, like, I'm punishing myself if I do play it. Sorry guys, just wanted to see.
My God, she was badly beaten.
See if we go upstairs. I have a feeling that going upstairs might be an option here. Yeah, play it on console and not at all. I hear you. They also include it in like some bundles sometimes. It's like, yeah, buy this game because you want it, but you'll also get Deadly Premonition. I'm like, I'll never play that. Can we go upstairs? I think we gotta go upstairs.
There's no way I'm going down that way.
Yeah, I understand that. So... there's no way upstairs. I don't know what this is in the corner. Gonna catch a cold. That says exit. I should be able to pry the boards off. I just need an object. Let's see what he says.
I'm going to have to look for another way out of here.
Okay, I'll wait here in case Claire decides to go down or someone tries to come up.
Right. Looking for a crowbar or another piece of wood or just something we could use to... Oh, here. Look at that. Pry open the wood that way. Perfect. So I definitely heard this voice actor before. I don't remember what other games I might have heard of in. I don't think she's the same voice actress from Siberia, though. I think I had a different voice actor.
Good idea. All I need now is something to pry these boards off.
Let's do this. Well, that didn't work.
It looks like I'm gonna have to do this the hard way.
Cutscene. Her name is Victoria MacPherson.
That's smart.
The character from the last game was Gus MacPherson. That's her grandfather, I think.
Miller, are you okay? Do you think he's okay?
Yeah. He's fine.
Okay. Glad they got a laugh out of that one. Alright, so we had to go back inside, which we're not going to do because the stairs collapsed, but let's take a look anyway. Yeah, we can take a look here, I think. Right?
There is no way I'm going up there.
Guess we're not going back up to the crime scene. Sarah Legger, Splinter Cell, extra and Post Mortem as actress. Really? So who did she do in Post Mortem? She would have had this talking with us. No, you know what? I bet you she was the woman who was washing the floors. Only 5 things? We got to a point where there was a woman who wouldn't let us pass. She was washing the floors. I think that was her in that game. I could have swore she's done more than that. Her voice is so familiar. Lumbar tech. Yeah, so we go to the office. We go to the 5th murder scene. The radio on? Alright, let's go to the office. The only title with a name to it is this. The rest is basically extras and Goth Girl in a movie called Let the Game Begin. Guess she never really had a big career. It's too bad. Okay, so that's the way out, that's the way in, and we can look at the police car. Let's look at the police car.
Thank God I'm not driving that piece of crap.
Thank God I'm not driving that piece of crap. What's wrong with it? New the game. New location. What else does she have here? She has like a recount of the anatomy lesson, chapter 1. 5th victim. Introducing Miller. Miller was already there when I arrived. She's just taking notes of what happened. Another day at the office, news about the appeal, Claire being a sweetheart, Browning being a prick, and of course stacks and stacks of files. Weren't computers supposed to create a paperless office? Notes, photos, reports, and more notes. looking at their handwriting makes me think some of these guys should have become doctors instead. Can't say I'm thrilled with their methods either, but then what do I know? I'm the one who violated proper procedure in New Orleans. Speaking of New Orleans, I wonder how Claire feels about working a case with me again. Wonder what happened in New Orleans. She just came by again with a few more details about the Kenworth drowning. Not much really, barely worth the personal visit, but that's clear for you. She's a mother, she can't help it. And she knows that working on the profile is the only interesting thing I do all day. I think I'm ready to call Kenworth the fourth one. Even though this one's more violent than the last three, I'm hoping our killer isn't escalating. The fifth victim is the one that we found in this building. There was a fifth one. Alright, so these are just her notes. That's cool. I wonder if she could do sketches. These are the notes. She can't sketch, and then this is just the dialogue. It keeps track of all the dialogue you had. Kind of like the first game. Gonna get in the workshop while it's warm and get started on some frames for the maps I made. Got them clear coded now. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yes, definitely get into the workshop and start working. Hope they go well. Thanks for hanging out, Paul. I appreciate it. Take advantage of some nice weather. Alright, come down to this side. Thank you. Thank you very much for the lurk. But look at the fire extinguisher?
I don't need that.
Cheers. Alright, there's only 2 buttons lit up though. GI Monkey, thank you for the host. Much appreciated. You're doing well as well. Well, Final Fantasy is still going strong. I saw your posts about not wanting to play Final Fantasy 13. It's the one I most despise for different reasons than you, but I didn't like it one bit. Story-wise and otherwise. Okay, so B2 is where we're at. Let's go to 8. Alright, let's have a look around the office. That's Miller. It's probably our desk.
I have a message.
Let's hear it.
Hello, Victoria. This is Todd. I heard about the 5th murder. I expect a full report on my desk tomorrow morning.
Yes, you would. Wouldn't you?
Lumbar attack. Let's take our credit card. I'm assuming that's a credit card. Excuse me. I didn't want to sneeze into the microphone. I muted it. I think it mid-sneeze. I apologize. Give me a second here. Much as I love the warmer weather, I really don't like allergies. Oh, a Christmas gift. How nice. These ergonomic keyboards that they used to have. I think they make them like that anymore. These are the other murdered people, I think. Interesting way of mocking these up. Oof. And then we have our 4th victim. Or 5th, actually. Those are the other 4.
Why did you take so long getting here? You're the only one with a 4x4.
Christ, I don't even want to go there. I mean, what is it with these idiots who buy 20 lottery tickets anyway? I mean, do they really have to waste everyone's time? God, they piss me off. I just wanted a pack of gum, too. Hey, last time I saw you, you were limping to your car. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just my ego. It got hurt more than me, I think.
So what are you up to?
I started the report. I figured you were too pooped to do it.
You know, Miller, you do have your moments. Oh, I almost forgot. Is everything okay with your girlfriend?
Oh yeah, forget about it. She knows now it's a big misunderstanding. But just don't answer my cell phone again, please.
I promise. Anything I can do to help with the report?
Actually, yes. I need Claire's preliminary report to help me out. I'm not going down there. She might lock me up in one of the drawers and leave me there. Also, I need the pictures you took, so could you please drop the camera in the evidence chute in the hallway?
Well, okay, see you later.
So we're turning over the camera. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to be right back, and we'll continue this. Yeah, it's definitely allergy season now. I'm feeling it. I don't even have a window open and I'm feeling it. There's a tree right outside my window. I tend to keep it closed because of that. It's not too hot today, so I can deal with it, but...
A plastifier. This little machine can be very practical.
plastifier? I guess it's a laminating machine?
This is used to lift fingerprints.
Okay. I think we have anything to run that by. Found your taser. Porcelain cookie jar. What? Can't read that.
This is used to lift fingerprints.
Great. Gotta be real detectives this time. Cutting board.
It's a paper cutter.
Yeah, there we go. Nothing on the desk we can see, right? So, go in this door.
The boss's office. It's locked, of course.
She's not gonna want us in there yet. This. Oh,
It's the evidence chute.
where we deposit our film. All right. The only other door we have access to is the one where we interrogate people.
It's my boss's coffee mug. Should I? Nah.
This is cool if we get to interrogate people. The first game was all like private detective. I don't have anything to go by other than like questioning people and drawing sketches. This is more procedural. Gee,
That won't work.
I need a mug. There was a mug before.
I have no use for napkins.
There's no cups. All right. Wasn't there a mug at our desk? What kind of game is this if you can't get coffee?
Yes, No, well... Yes, I know, but...
This is a glass, no mug. Oh well.
No. I thought that...
He's on the phone. Maybe we shouldn't talk to him.
I better leave Miller alone. It looks like he's got his hands full.
No.
Alright, let's head back. Oh, it's our buddy.
Agent MacPherson.
Officer Tate?
Agent Ashby wants to see you. She's waiting for you at the morgue.
All right. So, how did you guys get the body down?
Me and some of the forensic guys set up a ladder where the stairs fell.
Oh, well, I hope no one got hurt.
Nope, I know what y'all mean, though. That place was as stable as lemmings near a cliff.
Yep. Okay, into the morgue. B1. B2 took us down to where the garage was. Or maybe not. See if we go to B2 first. Oh, we were in B2. We're in B1. Clearly it's marked. Obviously it's marked. I just, you know, didn't realize it. AFA. Yes, Still Life. Have you played this before? I can't remember. A lot better in Post Mortem so far. Not that Post Mortem was bad, it just was a little disjointed and the interface was, you know, old school and whatnot. For what it was. This looks like a security room. I don't know what we could see. I think this is where the morgue is. The morgue is in the building itself. Got the garbage can.
My God, it stinks in there.
A little bit. Watch my brother play it too. Already looks way better in Postmortem. Yeah, it's completely better. This was 2005. Postmortem was late 2002.
A reanimator deck. They're wicked.
A reanimator deck? Card game? See what's on the calendar.
Miss December, wow. Even God would say, I didn't make those.
Okay. Yeah, so far it's going to be more, it looks like it's going to be more of a traditional police procedural kind of game, whereas the first game you were a private detective, you were just on your own questioning people and breaking into places to get info. The woman's room?
I never used mixed public washrooms. They're just too icky.
Okay. On the board.
To find out who the gunman was behind the grassy knoll, please call 555-1963. Now that's tasteless.
Alright. Let's get down there.
That's weird. My access code doesn't work. That's weird. My access code doesn't work.
Doesn't work? How's that possible? Security card to access morgue. So can we use the security card? Alright. I should have done it, right?
That's weird. My access code doesn't work.
Interesting. So what do we do here? Unless we got to go upstairs and run it through that machine that was on the forensics table. Go back upstairs. There was a machine that I think you could run the card through. No universal hint system yet. Gonna see how far I can go without using it.
Yes, No, well... Yes, I know, but...
My guess, it's not gonna let me use it until I'm looking at it. I think we might have to run the card through here. It's a laminator though, so I don't know.
That won't work.
No.
That won't work.
I thought that... Yes?
What am I looking to run this card through? Whoops. A bit of a problem there if I go off screen with the mouse.
No.
No way to lock it into the game.
Yes, No, well... Yes, I know, but... Yes, but... No. I thought that...
There's a file, we looked at that already.
Yes,
Always the same file, right?
Yes, No, well...
Maybe he'll let me use his card?
Yes.
Taking a breather?
Yeah, it's the damn weather.
No.
Depressing as hell.
That...
I need to gather more energy before I go back out there.
Yes.
You're still on patrol?
Unfucking fortunately, yeah.
No.
Well, hang in there.
I'll try.
No.
A lot of cursing in this game and a lot of grotesque murder scenes, which is why I put the mature warning on
Boss's
it.
office. It's locked, of course.
Yes, but...
So how do I get this card to work?
I thought...
The coffee machine there. Can I take the coffee mug?
It's my boss's coffee mug. Should I? Nah.
No. Coffee machine's right outside. Let's try going downstairs again. It's weird that the key card doesn't work. But if that doesn't work, how do you get it to work? There's got to be a machine that remagnetizes it or something. Christmas present for Victoria's dad. Okay. Is there anything in here? Wait, hold on. There's another card up here. Well, that was the card that we had in our hand. Yeah, not much that could be done here.
That's weird. My access code doesn't work.
The access code doesn't work, and you can't swipe the card. Oh, you gotta punch it in manually. Okay, something inside that room is gonna tell us what to punch in. That's what it's gotta be. Not the calendar.
Miss December, wow. Even God would say, I didn't make those.
Something we need to look at. I guess if somebody was supposed to come downstairs and like go in and punch in the code, we could steal it from them, but at this point, I don't think that's an option. This is a reanimator deck.
A reanimator deck. They're wicked.
Thought maybe they'd be posted on the wall or something. Garbage? Let's take a look at the garbage.
My God, it stinks in there. My God, it stinks in there.
Yeah.
To find out who the gunman was behind the grassy knoll, please call 555-1963. Now that's tasteless.
How much you want to bet that's the code? 555-1963. Right? Was that what it was?
To find out who
Yeah.
the gunman was behind the grassy knoll, please call 555-1963. Now that's tasteless.
How much you want to bet 1963 is the code to get in? We'll try it without the 5, and then if not, we'll put in the 3 5s. Nope. Try with the 5s. That didn't work either. Lumbar tech. No vodka. Like more of a credit card than it does anything else. Access to the morgue. Oh, okay. I see how this works. Slide the card in and then put in the code. Let's try 5, 1 5 instead of. There you go. That didn't work either. I would have thought 1963. It was them trying to tell us something. Unless we do it backwards. 5. Nope. Still no clue.
To find out who the gunman was behind the grassy knoll, please call 555-1963. Now that's tasteless.
She doesn't want to go into the bathroom. Huh.
My God, it stinks in there.
As always, hints are welcome, spoilers or not. Just in case anybody's thinking. Supporter lumbartech.com. That's the company that made the security system here. Doesn't really help us though. So we had a DVD we could pop it in. No, otherwise there's nothing else in here. Let's take a look. Last thing I want to do is use Universal Health's hint system. What am I calling it? Health system. Still life. At least we get a hint on this, because if anybody's played the game before and wants to give a hint, feel free. How can I get into the morgue? I need a hint. It's in the basement. We know that. Take the elevator down. Access through the locked door. We'll need the appropriate access card. Where's the access card? She's got her own card. Left it on the desk. We got that. Doesn't help us. We gotta slide it in and then enter the correct code. I don't think we were supposed to hit OK. I think OK is only as if it's only if we make a mistake on it. I don't know if this is right, but let's try one more time. Nope. Can we do it with just 1963 though? All right, one more combination. Tried it backwards before, it didn't work. Let's try it again. Nothing. Take a look at this. See how it has the 3-digit code on the back? Could that be the security code? No vodka. I mean, that looks like a security code for a credit card. 3 digits. Let's try it. Is that right? That wasn't right. What did it say? 583. That's what I punched in. Maybe that's not right either. How is it not 583? It's got to be 583. Come on. Vodka. It can't be vodka, right? Let's try 583 one more time. Although that's a little bit short because you can only enter 5 numbers, and vodka's 5 letters or numbers, I'm assuming. So vodka is 5, but let's try this again. Hold on, I made a mistake. That's not let me put it in. Let's try 583 one more time. That erases the last number. Okay, 5, 8, 3. Not working. Bet you it's vodka. It's not vodka either, unless I'm pressing the wrong last button. Bomb has been planted. Hey, Genie Mania, how's it going? We got in. It was vodka. I wasn't supposed to press any of the other buttons, just okay at the end. That's what we did wrong. How are you doing today? Started Still Life today. More like Post Mortem, but this is the prequel to it. Female character this time. Alright, here's Claire. Let's talk to her.
Hey Claire, get that preliminary lab work done?
As a matter of fact, I'm not quite finished. However, I have enough to brief you on if you have the time.
For you, always.
Of course we have the time.
Okay, here goes. The victim's blood revealed high levels of alcohol. Also, I found traces of rohypnol, which is also known as the date rape drug. This explains why there was no apparent struggle throughout the assault. The assault started in the first room where she was beaten. She probably fell where you found the spot of blood. She was then carried into the next room. The killer ripped off her clothes and beat her again. She definitely was unconscious at this point. He let her bleed on the floor until he had enough blood to write the messages you found using the luminol. The killer then cleaned off the messages. Obviously, he knew we would find them. He then dragged the victim by her hair along the hallway and stopped to hang up his coat. He finally brought her into the bathroom. The cause of death was drowning. He forced her head under the water until death ensued. Like the other victims, she was killed before the mutilations. She was stabbed 9 times and then eviscerated from the lower sternum to the lower abdomen.
Poor woman.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking these mutilations will get worse. It wasn't part of his MO for the first 3 victims. They were found beaten and drowned, not like this.
Do you think he'll change his MO in the near future?
No, I don't think so. Drowning his victims seems to be his focus. That stage in the assault is very important to him. No, the stabbing business is from something else. I have a feeling that if we knew what it was, we would catch the son of a bitch. Also, he covered the face of the 4th victim and now this one. This strongly suggests that he knew the last 2 victims. I'll ask Miller to correlate the last 2 victims' info.
I'm sorry, I meant the first game, Post Mortem, is a prequel to this. This is the sequel. This takes place in 2005. Although there are scenes that go back to the other character from the other game, who's her grandfather. But I'm doing fine otherwise. Thank you.
How about you? Did you come up with anything interesting?
Yes, I got a partial that doesn't belong to the victim.
Very nice. Did you compare it to the partial you found from the 4th crime scene?
No, not yet, but I'll let you know if I can compare them. After all, they are only partials.
I've been meaning to ask you. Did you call her?
Call? Oh, no, I didn't. I just don't have the courage. Can we not talk about this now?
Sure, but promise me that you will call her.
Okay, I promise.
What are we calling?
What about the stuff I found? Anything worth mentioning?
We know that our killer has black hair, if it was he that hung his coat on the nail. It might have been a junkie for all we know, but it doesn't matter. We can use the hair for DNA comparison and place him at the scene of the crime. I sent the fibers to the FBI labs to see if they can find anything unusual or unique about them.
Okay, sweetie. I'm out of here.
Don't forget my beautifully handwritten report. It's on the table.
All right, we get our report, and then I believe we bring it up to the chief of police, I would think. I don't know what else we would do with it. See what else is here, too. Just got a...
I could see if I had some
Microscope.
metachlorians in my blood. My God, that was weak.
Her humor is kind of like hit or miss here. All right, nothing else. Let's go upstairs. Save the game. Wait, anything down this way? No.
Hello?
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Dad.
I just heard on the news. Another one?
Yes, another one.
Is everything okay with you?
I'm okay. I'm just really tired of this case. It's going nowhere fast. I hate this passiveness. I think it's starting to get the better of me.
Well, before that actually happens, why don't you come here and rest? A little R&R won't do you any harm. You can use the jacuzzi to relax and put your thoughts in order. And it's almost Christmas. I have a little gift for you.
Oh, really? Well, I have the gift you wanted. Are you sure you want it? It seems a little ordinary.
Hey, it's what I wanted. So, are you coming to the house?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, honey. I'll see you soon.
Dad?
Yes, honey?
Thanks.
You're more than welcome. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Okay, so I guess that's our next destination. We grab the report? Yeah, we have the report. Player's report. City of Chicago, Department of Coroner, witnesses. There were none, right? David Miller was present at the beginning of the autopsy. That's it. Cause of death. Everything she just said, basically, in case you got to reference it. Thought we'd just bring that upstairs, but I guess we don't. We'll probably leave now. It'll give us the option to go to her dad's house, maybe? She does have her own car here. More like a tank.
I can't leave now. I still have some work to do.
Still have work to do? Okay, so we can't leave yet. We gotta go upstairs. Maybe we gotta share the report. Possibility.
Yes,
At some point, we should be able to see the pictures that we developed.
I know, but... Yes, but...
Nothing.
No.
These are all the other victims.
Yes, No, well... Yes,
Taking
I
a
know,
breather?
but-
Yeah, it's the damn weather.
Yes, but-
Depressing as hell. I need to gather more energy before I go back out there.
I thought that...
You're still on patrol?
Unfucking fortunately, yeah.
Yes?
Well, hang in there.
I'll try.
No.
Chicago weather. According to him, it was 60 degrees the day
Swapped a
before.
course.
Yes,
Boss's office is locked. So what more do I need to do here?
well, yes, I know, but
Can't talk to Miller, right?
yes, but
Here's Claire's report. Hey, Miller, one last thing. Can you correlate the data of the 4th victim and the 5th to see if we're overlooking something?
sure. I'll run them through the database. Thanks for the report.
Okay. Excellent. Let's get out of here.
Well, yes, I know, but
I think that's all we needed to do then. B1. This game is a lot more up-tempo right now than Post Mortem was. I do like it better. Although the story in Post Mortem was good, it was just the execution wasn't all that, because we're using an engine that would allow you to not have to do the game in progression of each I guess chapter. You could like skip a chapter, but that made it disjointed because then you ended up in places that you weren't supposed to be at, and they would give you information that you had no way of knowing yet. Alright, going to Dad's house. Whoops. Bring that back. House looks almost like a church.
Dad?
I'm in here, sweetheart.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Are you sure about this gift?
Yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Suit yourself, here you are.
I don't think he already knows what it is.
Thanks, sweetheart. You know me, I love these things. Now yours.
Alright, we got a heart necklace.
Where did you get this? I thought we lost it.
I found it when I was cleaning out the attic. Actually, it was inside your grandfather's chest. You should maybe take a look inside there. It'll take you back.
I will. Thanks for the gift, Dad.
I had a feeling you'd like it.
Remember the stories he used to tell us?
How can I forget? My favorite one was Paris, because of the occult twist he brought to it. Yours was the one in London, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, romantic and mysterious.
The Murder in Paris, of course, was the first game.
There is one story he always avoided telling me, though. The one when he met Grandma. He never would talk about it. Was it not a fond memory?
I'm sure it is, Pumpkin, but he could never talk about it. I think your grandfather lost someone close to him when he met your grandmother, and I guess it was too painful for him to recall.
I wonder if if her grandmother was Bebe, the woman at the bar who ended up sleeping with him.
Where'd he meet Grandma?
He met her in Prague, I believe.
I guess not.
Speaking of your grandmother, this year, can you get around to making her special holiday cookies? Please?
I knew that was coming.
Oh, they don't take long to make.
I know, I'll make some, don't worry.
Great. The stuff is already on the counter.
Go make
What
cookies.
a surprise. I'm gonna have a look in the attic. Might bring back some good memories.
Okay, sweetheart. I'll be in here.
Alright, before we get to the attic, let's save. I don't know what she's going to find up there. I know you end up going back in time and playing as the other character. That much I know in this game. So, could go into the kitchen. But look at the pool table. You could just go straight to the attic. Let's go to the kitchen real quick. Let's see if we could actually make cookies in this game. This isn't the kitchen, is it? It's jacuzzi.
Okay, a great combo. A shot of ice-cold vodka, a glass of good red wine while dipping in the tub. I'll get to that later.
All right. So that's the jacuzzi room. Looks like a man wearing a dress in that photo. Over here. Oh, this is the kitchen, actually. I see the ingredients on the table now.
Maybe Dad's trying to send me a message. I'll do them later.
Make the cookies. Hey, Tikaru, how are you? What ended up with happening with Fez? You couldn't continue anymore, I saw. And then you did New Game Plus, and you were just finishing up some puzzles that you couldn't finish up the first time around. That was kind of awkward. I would just said like, "Hey, the game's done. Here's New Game Plus."
Years. I probably suck now.
All right, they definitely want us to go upstairs.
This might be helpful to get up into the attic.
Take the umbrella. It was kind of weird and trippy. Yeah, it was a weird and trippy game, but it was pretty cool. It reminded me of a mobile game I played a long time ago. I can't remember the name of it. It was on my old phone, which died. But you had to keep rotating. You were in a structure, and you had to keep rotating it to get to different parts of it in order to climb upwards or utilize a different view so that you can move to a different part. I should remember the name of the game.
Dad's room? Why the hell would I go in there?
Alright, you're not gonna go in there. This is your room as a child, obviously.
Ah, yes, the trap door to the attic. I can't reach it. What was the trick to opening that thing again?
I'm trying to think of the name of the Android game that I played that was similar. Monument. That's what I think it was called. Maybe Monument. I'll have to look it up. Alright, so her grandfather's stuff is here somewhere. Is there a light switch? Oh, we gotta turn on the light. The puzzles I got left are ridiculous. I had to look up like 4 to 5 of them. That's crazy. My game was hard. One of them doesn't even have a solution in the game. You're straight up supposed to guess it? What? So are all the guesses the right answer, or is it like it has an answer, it's just you can't figure it out based on the game? What is this? This is the combination. So we can't get in here yet. I think the idea is to make them all the same. Yeah, this puzzle has to have a solution in the game. Oh, you know what? I bet you the middle one's a heart. Diamond, diamond, heart, diamond, spade? No, diamond. The 2 at the end, there's 2 on each side are diamonds, and the middle one's a heart. That's what we gotta come up with, I think. That's why he gave us that. Another other nonsense I would never think about. That's crazy. Give you a code in binary which you need to transfer to hex and then ASCII. When I was younger, I used to be able to do that no problem. Now, that's crazy. It looked like such a good game, but now that you're telling me about those last couple of puzzles. The middle one needs to be a heart. How do we do this? This has to be a heart, the middle one. Nope. It's ridiculous. I mean, you don't have to do them for the ending like you saw. But yeah, it is ridiculous. Yeah, if you're trying to 100% the game, it would be ridiculous completely. I mean, we're used to games that have, like, stupid solutions to puzzles, like the Ponya, but something like that, where you gotta convert everything to different languages and binary and hex and all that, take it a bit too far. Figure this out. I think the necklace pretty much tells us what we need to get in. No. If I put that heart at the end, it turns to a spade. Or to a club. Gonna give me a heart in the middle. Can't get it to turn to a heart. This will turn back to a heart no matter what, so... Some of those puzzles are ridiculous, right? Eating my hat. Try this. See, it's weird. You turn these, but the only one that does turn... like, no solution to this. Okay, so this turns 1 to the right. So this has to be in club. Nope. Spade, maybe. Still gives me a diamond in the middle. So maybe the solution is not what I think it is. Hey, creature. No, I haven't searched it yet. I'm gonna have to look it up after the stream. I got tied up yesterday after I went offline. I basically like just shut down the computer and I was like, that's it for the night. I just needed a break. But I will look it up later. How you doing, creature? There's a puzzle where you need to change your computer clock to solve it. Why would they put that into a game? Okay, something's wrong here. And I thought the necklace might have been the answer to it. See how there's 2 diamonds here? And a heart in the middle? This makes me think that's what we need on that. On that lock in order to open this. But how do we get to that? Like, the center one always turns into the diamond. It doesn't matter. Let's try setting it this way. Diamond, diamond, diamond. That needs to be diamond. Let's try this. That would be heart. Diamond. Gives me a diamond to the right. DRS triggered a high sound effect for me. The game crashed. It was... Oh, no way. From a sound effect it crashed? Interesting. Guess I didn't like something in the sound. Alright, so now we have 2 diamonds. That's never really happened on stream. I guess it's an OBS thing or a Streamlabs thing or something. Not like Windows crashed, right? It was a game. It's just nuts. Okay, so I got them as diamonds. Almost. This is like a Rubik's Cube. What the heck am I doing? I have no clue what I'm doing here. Oh, we almost got it. How do I make this one a diamond? Let's try it again. Yeah. I'm joking, no, it may have crashed. I was just blaming him because he came in as it crashed. So it happened at that moment. It could have just been a coincidence. Gotcha. Alright, we gotta figure this out. Because we can't start the next chapter of the game unless we do. Set it right back there. Put this a diamond. Put that a diamond. And now the center one just needs to be a heart. So close. That's it. Finally.
Prague, 1929. 2 years had passed since the strange case in Paris. I figured I'd best leave town and come here. Quieter, or so I thought. The case in Paris had stirred my passion for PI work again. I had to let go of my dream of being an artist. It wasn't bringing in as much dough as being a private dick.
It's your grandfather.
In all, there were 5 dead and 2 unaccounted for. So far, all the victims were prostitutes. I didn't know if I would take the case. To my surprise, this cop Skalnik had no beef about me snooping around his crime scene.
Oh, okay. Did he ever related murder back in the day? There he is. That's Gus MacPherson.
It's very nice of you to let me have a peek. I'm Gustav MacPherson. I'm a...
Yes, a private detective. I'm familiar with your work, Mr. MacPherson.
I had no idea I was so popular.
Same voice actor,
I've
too.
read about your case in Paris and the one in London. I'm Inspector Skalnik of the Prague Police.
I don't know what they're talking about in London because there was never a sequel to Post Mortem.
Is this the 5th victim?
Yes, she is officially. Supposedly, there are 2 missing.
Supposedly?
Yes, well, you know these women. They come and go, often without telling anyone. And then they show up again like they never left. So I don't bother with disappearances.
So you only bother when they turn up like this?
I see. We have a knight in shining armor. If you want my advice, Mr. MacPherson, you'd best return to the usual missing person cases or husband cheating mysteries. This is a waste of your time.
I think you've just convinced me to take the case.
Really, Mr. MacPherson? The press will not even cover this story. No one wants to know about dead prostitutes. If they do write about it, it will be about the killer and the number of bodies and not the actual victims. The pimps care even less. They force their women to work even if there is a killer loose. No one wants to sit at a dinner table and talk about this. There is no glory in this case. Like I said, you should stick with what you know.
So, Creature, I gotta say, watching you play that new Thief game is so much more enjoyable. The mechanics are so much better than the Thief Gold. Like, Thief Gold was... It is what it is, obviously, but this game seems a lot more, like, action-oriented. Alright.
Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Not at all.
Were all the victims prostitutes?
Yes.
Yes, they were.
Is the cause of death the necklace on her neck?
Of course it is.
So it's not the multiple stab wounds to her chest?
No, well, we aren't really sure.
Does she have any other significant wounds on her body?
Yes, she has scars on her forearms and she is eviscerated.
Eviscerated? I had never seen anything so horrible in my entire life. I'd only heard of horrors like this from the Ripper case in London. Oh my God. Were all the victims like this?
Yes, they were all found like this.
Are all the organs accounted for?
I'm no doctor, Mr. MacPherson. I have no idea.
In the other cases, were there missing organs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Who's the coroner?
Emil Corona. He works at the old chapel. He's very... well, I don't want to ruin the surprise. Now
Hey,
it's your
some
turn
surprise.
to share. Maybe you can tell me what you think happened.
I think you're right about the cause of death. That slash across the neck was definitely it. Stabbings to her chest were done before the final blow to the throat. The defensive stab wounds on her arms reinforced this theory. What's bothering me, though, is the lack of blood at the crime scene. This probably indicates that she was murdered somewhere else, not here.
Well, Mr. MacPherson, I don't want to be rude, but...
You have work to do, of course. Thanks for sharing. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, too.
I had a feeling that the cooperation between Skalnik and me had just ended. He was testing me for some reason. I was left to fend for myself.
Alright, let's go see that coroner. If we actually could. His inventory's pretty much the same, it's just, it looks like it's older. Everything's made out of wood rather than it being like some kind of metal briefcase. Let's save it in here. Nope. Save here. Alright, let's see what we can investigate as Gus MacPherson. This, I believe, is now 1930s possibly, or 1940s, I'm not sure.
Kazimir Stasek. He's been a good source of info on a couple of minor cases I had here in the city. Hello, my friend.
Ah, Mr. MacPherson. And how are you this dark evening?
I can't complain. And how's my favorite boy in blue?
Besides my eye and this horrible murder, everything's fine.
I imagine you don't have anything more to give me?
This time I'm afraid I have nothing for you, my friend. Everyone is more or less at a loss.
You don't mind if I ask you a couple of questions anyway?
Of course not.
How'd you get the shiner?
Shiner?
Your black eye. How'd you get it?
Oh, I arrested a man last night, and for some reason my eye hit this man's very large fist.
Did you get sucker punched?
Well, a little. My partner didn't have time to warn me. Everything happened so fast. I was helping the woman, and I turned around to see if my partner was okay, and wham! Next thing I knew, I was flat-faced on the sidewalk.
How long has this been going on?
It started about 3 weeks ago. You didn't hear about it until now?
No, I wasn't in town. I just got back. I was working a case outside the city. Someone called me to see if I could come back and help.
Ah, the very beautiful Miss Ida Skalikova, I presume?
Good guess. She's worried for her friends. I told her I'd see what I could do. Can you tell me about your new boss?
Inspector Yuri Skalnik. He was given the case and got temporarily assigned to this district. He has a good reputation, but he doesn't share much information with us. He keeps to himself a lot.
What? He doesn't trust you?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he thinks we're incompetent or something.
Maybe. But he'd be stupid to think so.
Why, thank you, my friend.
And what did the man do to deserve your undivided attention?
He was harassing a young woman. So I asked him to stop, and then things got out of hand. The police are trying to find this animal. We're a little nervous when a man harasses a young woman these days.
That's understandable. Were all the victims' bodies dumped?
Yeah, I believe so. But then again, I don't have much information, as I said earlier.
Was there ever an eyewitness?
Nope, never.
That's what bothered me the most. How was the killer getting around the city without being seen? Well, I should leave you to your work, and I have to see my client. Thanks for your input.
The info we'll get out of him.
Be careful.
Will do.
Keeps adding things to his sketchbook. Or his notepad, at least. Who is she? Let's see if we go see her.
My Ida. The best gams in all of Eastern Europe. She's my angel and the love of my life. I met her on a small case I was working. She used to dance in the neighborhood cabaret. She was involved with the married man I was following. It was love at first sight.
Wonder if that's a grandmother.
Look at you all dolled up. Hi, sweetheart.
I don't like it when you call me that.
I didn't call you a doll. I said that you... Never mind, I'm sorry.
Good. Now have you talked to that useless inspector?
Yes, I have. And I didn't get much from the meeting.
Are you going to help us?
Of course I will. Was there...
Hey, Dr. Goa.
No, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm well, as you can see. We're investigating the murder of some prostitutes in, I believe, 1930 Prague or something. But how are you doing? Hope you're well, and hope you had a good weekend. We're picking up where we left off. We played Post Mortem 2 weeks ago. This is a sequel to it. This is Gus MacPherson, the character from the first movie in the flashback scene, but or first game rather, not movie. This game involves his granddaughter, Victoria, so.
When do you want to settle this, now or later?
No, I don't want money, Ida.
Nonsense, you will accept our money. How much do you charge?
Okay, listen. We'll settle this after the case, all right?
Do you promise? Because we'll feel insulted if you don't accept our money.
What was I supposed to do? Take money off these women? That's the last thing I wanted to do. Yes, I promise. I will charge you at the end of the case. Yeah, right. What was her name?
Who?
The victim's name?
Oh, her name was Frantiska.
Sorry to hear that, Dr. Go. I hope she's doing okay. Yeah, medical scares. We all know that. We've all gone through that at some point. But, you know, I'm fine otherwise. I just hope your mom's okay. Had a couple of medical scares the last couple of weeks in terms of friends and family, so let's hope things calm down for a bit.
Were you close to her?
Not as much as Milena, but yes, I knew her.
Did she ever talk about a regular client or someone special?
Not that I know of.
Do you think Milena can answer a few questions?
I guess. Let me ask her. Milena?
Yes?
This is my friend, the one I told you about. He's here to help us catch the man responsible. Do you think he can ask you some questions about Frantiska?
Okay.
I'll wait for you up the stairs, okay?
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
He's gonna question her about the murdered victim. Frantiska is her name, I guess. And her name is Milena. She grows up to be a Mortal Kombat fighter.
Hello, Milena. My name's Gus MacPherson. I'm here to help stop this from ever happening again.
I thank you, sir. Not a lot of people would help women like us.
But good vibes for a few weeks at least. How's the game going so far? Yeah, good vibes to everybody, especially you and your mom. Game's going good. It's a adventure point-and-click puzzle game. And we played Post Mortem before we played Enslaved, Journey, Odyssey to the West. So Post Mortem was the prequel to this game. The game's good so far. The graphics are better, the interface is better, and the puzzles aren't too bad. I did need a hint on one puzzle. That's only because I was stupid not to realize that the answer was on the back of the card, and it wasn't the set of numbers I was looking at, it was a set of letters instead. But otherwise, it's been good so far.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about Frantiska?
No, that's fine.
We're in a flashback scene right now with the main character's grandfather, who's from the first game.
How long have you known Frantiska?
Oh, I've known her for a long time. We met in the orphanage when we were just little girls. Her parents had died in a terrible accident. We became very close. We both left the orphanage never to return. We never liked the sisters. Ever since we left, we tried to survive on the streets, even changing cities. But we kept coming back here.
And no, not the same art puzzles again. Thank you for helping me with that one again. This game is more procedural, like police procedural, where you have to find fingerprints, you know, use black lights to find evidence and stuff like that. So hopefully no more art puzzles. But in the flashback scenes, I'm hoping there aren't any. This game actually plays better on the computer than the last one, so we shouldn't run into that issue.
Did she ever talk about someone new or special?
No. It was not her style. Frantiska would rarely take new clients. She had regulars and enough to allow her to survive. She would only take complete strangers if she absolutely needed to. Apollina is more like that. She always has a new rich client.
Did she ever have a client that had been violent with her?
No, she only had clients she trusted.
How about you? Have you had any trouble with any of your clients?
No, I'm like Francisca. I have only regular clients. If I'm on the streets, it's because I'm keeping my friends company.
I did too. You only need 4 lockpicks. You put them in the lock precisely where you want them, and then you just move them up and down, and then turn the knob and see if it opens. That was an interesting way of unlocking a lock.
Were you close to any of the other victims?
Well, there is one that was a common friend to Francisca and me. Her name was Inezka. No one's found her. She just disappeared one day. We honestly don't know what happened to her. And I knew the others only on a professional level.
Did Inezka ever complain about any clients before she disappeared? Or did she ever talk about leaving?
Well, we all talk about leaving. Who wants to live their life like this? But she never complained about anything. Inezka was like Apollina. She took on many clients. She left town a lot, but always came back with a broken heart. I hope she did find someone and left this place.
It's been a while since I've seen Sneakers, but I remember that movie and that scene actually. How to defeat an electronic door lock. Yep.
Where can I find this Apollina?
She usually works the park. Rare are the girls who are allowed to enter it. She's very protective of her territory. That's what she calls it anyway. Francisca and me were allowed in because Apollina knew we didn't take strangers and pretty much had our own regulars. Inezka was Apollina's good friend, so she was allowed too. So we all kept each other company in the park. Maybe Apollina knows where Inezka is. I don't know.
Well, thank you for answering my questions. It was a pleasure to meet you, even under these unfortunate circumstances.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Mr. MacPherson. I thank you for trying to help us.
Trying? I haven't even started yet. If I have any more questions, how may I contact you?
Usually in the park.
Again, thank you.
I'm gonna watch it tonight for nostalgia. No problem. Have a good rest of your workday. Hope those meetings don't go too long, and I don't know if I'll still be streaming later, but definitely stop by. I might be here or we might be on someone else's channel. But thanks for hanging out, man. Good seeing you. So, have a good rest of your day, Dr.
It is
Dillon.
an angel on Earth. She's the sweetest person I've ever met. I truly believe she doesn't have an angry bone in her body, even with the difficult childhood she had. A stepfather who molested her on a regular basis. Ida is always positive, and she's always willing to help the people who surround her. That's why she hired me to try and help. She has an undying optimism about life in general, and I love her for it. Hey.
How is she?
She's okay, I guess, under the circumstances.
I'll go talk to her after.
Give me a second. I'll get something off here. Yeah, so that little girl gave us a lot of info. She also mentioned a lot of characters too, so I guess we have to go and interrogate them all.
Tell me, where can I find Emil Corona?
Who's he?
He's the coroner working the case. I need to ask him a few questions. Skalnick said he worked in an old chapel. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I'll mark it on a map.
I don't need a map. Just tell me where it is.
What is it with men and directions? Take this map, it'll help you.
Hey, Camilio.
Location of the old chapel. It's not far from here.
Okay, thanks, sweetheart.
Yes, this is still life. Apparently it takes place in 2005, but the murders are similar to what the detective's grandfather, who happens to be the lead character from Post Mortem, what he had gone through in his career as a detective. So she's flashing back to his notes right now. But yep, it's still life. And it's a big improvement over Post Mortem in terms of graphics and interface. So I like it a lot better now, but the story's pretty good too. I thought this was still life. Hey Eric, how's it going? Welcome. Good afternoon to you too. You thought that was still life? I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this. Hold on.
Hello everyone and welcome to Still Life, a game actually made by the same...
Yeah, that is still life. This is a flashback scene. It switches between her grandfather, who's in the past, and her Victoria, who's the granddaughter in the present day. Yeah, that's what it does. That's why it's a little confusing. We're in the past now.
How have you been? I mean, are you feeling better?
Yes, a little. It's not as bad as when you left for your case.
He like really loves this woman.
Did you go see the doctor?
No.
Ida, go see him. It might be serious. I'm no doctor, but throwing up every day is not normal. Go see him.
Okay, I'll go see him. I don't throw up every day, you know. You always exaggerate.
Yes, okay. But go see him as soon as possible. Okay. I have to see this corona. I want you to stay off the streets as much as possible. Never walk around alone.
Yes, I know you've told me 100 times. I am careful.
Okay, I'll ease up on you. You be careful.
I will. Now go.
No, you're correct. We are playing as a woman in modern day. It's just that her father mentioned her grandfather, and she went up to the attic to like look through his stuff, and he started reading about this case. She did. So because of it, she's flashing back to him now. But there's no Post Mortem 2. I guess they kind of combined the games for this. And then there is a Still Life 2, which supposedly is not that good, but I'm still going to play it at some point. Alright. Oh, that just takes us down to Molina. I don't need to go that way. We need to go by car. You can also drive cars in this game. Well, sort of. That's how you get to the map. There's 2 spots here. And the park and the old chapel. Let's go to the old chapel first.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post?
Well, you told me to.
Never mind. Do you have any news at least?
Yeah, the American is talking to the girl's boss.
So, he thinks he can move in on my women, huh? Well, my friend, if you ever see him, you may explain things to him.
Explain what?
Use that brute force of yours, you idiot!
Okay, boss.
I truly miss your brother. He was the smart one.
Yeah, I miss him too. Why can't we get him out?
Because I'd probably get arrested too, you moron! That's all Skalnick wants anyways. I have a feeling he will blame me for all these murders. Why am I telling you this? Go back to your post. You see the American? You can rough him up.
Okay, boss.
I'd better steer clear of the big guy. The scrawny-looking guy was probably Ottokar Kubina. Who can forget that name? Anyways, he was the pimp of the neighborhood. He worked out of this little lingerie shop, which acted as a front, of course. He owned a couple of joints in the district, including the cabaret where Ida used to work. I think he never forgave me for stealing Ida from that dive.
Yeah, I agree with you. The intro to this game is wonderful. Just the music and the way they framed it, and they were at the museum, and then they get the phone call about the murder. Well, she does, at least.
I better straighten things out with him later. I have other things to do.
There's quite a couple of chapters that take place in the past, and then there's a couple of chapters that take place in the present, so it goes back and forth. I think we need to go see the coroner. That's why we're here. And then we gotta go to the park to question some more people. This would take us to Lingerie. The old chapel, that's where we want to go. Or we could go to the park. Let's go to the old chapel. This is where the coroner is. Who's that down there? Another way around? Just that way, okay. Graphics look pretty good for what they are. Post Mortem was good. I'm glad I got to play it again. The engine makes it so that you could play things out of order. So there were a couple of times where I got answers to questions I never really asked. That bothered me a little, but it was good. The ending I had to watch twice to have it make sense, and then the second time around it made sense more. I always wanted to finish it. I've tried playing it several times. I always had like glitches and bugs in it. But this time I was able to get through the entire game, and it was worth playing. Especially if you're going to play this after.
Spiritus Sancti.
Praying for the dead.
This place had the metallic smell of blood and the stench of rotting flesh. This old chapel had been converted into an autopsy room. Now blood dyed its floor. Hello, Mr. Corona. My name's Gus MacPherson. I'm a detective that was hired to help my client... Hello? Sir? Hello?
Huh? What are you doing here? I thought I'd locked the door. Where is my cone? What are you trying to do? Give me a heart attack?
Sorry, Mr. Corona.
Who are you and how do you know my name?
Like I said earlier, I'm Detective MacPherson. Inspector Skalnick told me that I could ask you a few questions.
If Skalnick says it's okay, then it's okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I played Post Mortem first, because I wouldn't know... I mean, you could kind of skip it and just play this, but I'm glad because that story ties into who this character is. And it wouldn't have made as much sense had I not played it. So...
Can you walk me through your observations of this victim?
Okay. The cause of death is like the others. The cut to the throat.
It can't be the multiple stab wounds or the evisceration itself?
No, I'm pretty sure of that.
What makes you so sure?
The one before her. The one we found in the park. She was killed in the same spot she was found. It was clear that it was the wound to her throat that killed her. The rest was probably done after.
And how did you come to that conclusion?
Because not much blood was coming from the other wounds. The heart was still beating when the throat was cut. I could tell by the amount of blood that had poured from the throat wound.
So you weren't sure about the cause of death until you saw the victim in the park?
Well, I had my doubts, but when I saw her, yes, she made things more clear.
And the same killer would use the same brutal techniques?
Precisely.
Does the victim in the park have any other differences from the rest of the victims?
Yes, the cut to her neck indicates an attack from behind. The rest, including this one, were attacked from the front. If only I had the other body, I could show you the difference.
That's okay. Really, I trust your judgment. You don't have the body, but maybe you have a file on the victim from the park?
Sure. The man who was supposed to come and get the file never showed up.
What man?
Skalnick's errand boy. He comes to get the files I make for each victim. He still hasn't come to get the one from the park.
Ah, I see. Well, I'll take Inspector Skalnick's file if you don't mind.
No, I don't really care.
Take the file.
Where do you keep your files?
In my safe over there. I can never remember my combination, so I wrote it on a piece of paper. I think I lost it somewhere.
We gotta find that piece of paper.
What happened to your hearing, if you don't mind my asking?
It happened in the Great War. I was a medical aide. Now we get the wounded from the trenches to the temporary hospital. One day we saw a wounded soldier in no man's land. We rushed to him, and a mortar shell exploded on my partner. I survived, but with hardly any hearing left.
So that's where you got your experience?
Yeah, mostly. Ironically, the war ended 3 weeks after the shell exploded.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right, well, we gotta find that piece of paper now and get into safe. First place to look is his desk. Clearly it's not there. Could go up to the altar. Items here. Let's check this out. Could also check out the other victim. That's the park victim, I think. And the clock's like not working. That's it. 74821536. Hopefully that's a combination. Let's check out the other victim.
I hate this part of my job. I hate this part of my job.
That's all he's gonna say. He's not gonna check her out. To the altar. Okay, so this is the safe, but what the? Does this correspond with what's on the screen? 74821536. Let me write that down. How does it correspond? 74821536. Pair of numbers. There has to be something that translates those letters or numbers if that's what they are. Also, is there anything on the other side of the piece of paper? No. Okay. Let's back out for a second. Maybe we could ask the old man, see what he has to say.
How does the safe work?
Huh? What? What did you say?
How does the safe work?
Each number is represented by a symbol. And now the trick is, what was it again?
ADRS.
I don't remember.
What happens when a runner beats the throw to a base? They're safe, DRS. They are safe. How's it going, DRS? Good one. Started playing Still Life, the sequel to Post Mortem. We have to find out the combination of the lock to the safe based on these numbers, but... Oh, wait. Here we go. Okay. So look at the clock. The 3 is the one that actually looks like a 3. The 6 is like kind of like a cross upside down. We don't have a 12. There's no 9. That doesn't help us much. We'll come back to this. Let's go to the park. I'm okay this fine day. I'm good. It's kind of a weird day, but weird in that it was Monday, but I could have swore when I woke up it was Sunday. There's probably other places around where we can get the answers to these puzzles, because let's go to a park and then we'll come back. We need to talk to her. It's a person of interest.
Why, hello there. Nice night for a walk, isn't it?
It's a little too German expressionist for my taste, but I guess one could appreciate it.
Need some company?
You must be Apollina, right?
Yes. You've heard of me.
I heard creatures blaming you for crashing his stream last night.
Do you know Inezka?
Yes. Do you want both of us at the same time?
Do you know where she is?
No, I haven't seen her in a while.
When was the last time you saw her?
Hey, do you want a Nezca or me? Are you a cop or something? If so, I'll be very disappointed.
Not exactly. I'm a detective. I was hired by some of your friends.
What friends?
You must know Ida, Milena, and the late Frantiska.
Yes, I do, and they are most certainly not my friends.
And you're not afraid for your own safety?
I have all the protection I need from Roman.
It was your awesomeness that crashed it.
Don't you care that some people you know are dying?
Actually, no. More business for me. We are just whores to the police anyway. Besides, I have all the protection I need from Roman. Now, would you kindly fuck off? You're scaring potential customers away.
Sure, whatever.
Alright, you don't want to talk to us. Let's go inside the park. Get out of the park either way. That way, but... Cutscene. Okay, here we are. To use an item here, but I don't have an item.
I like this statue. It reminds me of Ida.
See this icon on the upper left? That means you need an item to investigate further.
I like this statue. It reminds me of Ida.
We can't do that yet. Alright. I was hoping we'd find more clues here to what the safe combination is. All we know is a number 3 and 6 so far. Alright. Let's go back. Let's take a look at the safe one more time. I like that there's parts of this movie, of this game, I keep calling it a movie, the game that doesn't have background songs playing, music playing. I thought the other game, having had all of the music playing in the background constantly, didn't really require it.
In nomine Patris et Filii Spiritus Sancti.
So, where else can I get information to open that safe? I mean, we have an 8. There's no 12. There's no 9. I can tell you right now, this goes there. This goes there. This could be a 7. This kind of looks like a 2. Put a 5 here. This is, I'm just guessing here. Yeah, that's not right. Something's wrong. This is a backwards 7, it looks like, so I figured. This could be a 4. What if we switch these two? Nothing. Okay. Alright, we gotta come back for that. There's got to be other clues around here. If not in this place, at least in one of the other locations we can actually search in town, in Prague.
Not a pretty sight. Poor doll. She never saw it coming.
Jesus Christ, they slit her throat. get back to... There's two places we can go to. Of course, I don't have... That's a cat. I thought it was a person before. I don't have any items other than that card that has a combination to the safe that I need to convert. It's the shore, it's the park, and it's lingerie. Let's go to lingerie real quick. I don't know if it'll let us in. Gonna tell us to come back later.
I better straighten things out with him later. I have other things to do.
I got that. Let's go to the shore real quick. Probably nobody down here anymore. Let's talk to Milena. Person of
Sorry to
interest.
bother you again, but just to make sure I have all these names down correctly. Aneska is the one that disappeared, and Apollina was her good friend. Frantiska is the one we recently found, and your name's Milena. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
It's just these names that all finish with the letter A. It gets confusing sometimes.
That's it. Nothing else to say. This is where the crime scene was. We go past it. Check out this boat.
No time to go fishing. I have things to do.
You're not
No
going
time to go fishing.
You're investigating
I
the
have things
boat.
to do.
It's at a crime scene. Okay, so nothing to do with the boat yet. How's he running? Like zigzag. There's really nothing here that shows me what these letters, how these numbers convert to these symbols. The hotel, we can't go into any of these doors. Not seeing any numbers either. The park, there is a statue we could explore. We don't have an item to explore the statue with. Talk to her one more time.
I thought I told you to fuck off.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's what you told us, what's down this way? That goes outside. Maybe it's time to look for a hint. Seems like the combination lock questions are probably, or puzzles, are probably the hardest in this game so far. Safe has a series of 8 symbols, blah blah blah. Got the combination. Yeah, there are only numbers 1 from 8. It says something about the angles and the symbols. Let's go back. You're not supposed to look at them and think that they look like a number, apparently. So maybe we're counting the lines in them? Well, they said that's not 100% right. Like 3 actually looks like a 3. I gotta do this over. 'Cause this is a 6. One, 2, 3. Would that be a 3? Not a 3. This is definitely the 3 because we saw that on the clock. This could be 2. This has to be 4. This has to be 7 then. This would be 8, I think. What if I switch these two? Nothing. This is a 5 right here. Why do I think this is 1? I don't know. What if we switch these two? Actually, this would be the 5. Nope. I really need this safe open. That's the only thing I got going for me in this part. In a number here, this has to be 3. And this has to be 6. And this somehow is 9. There's 9 lines in it. And this one is 12. That doesn't add up to 12 lines, though. This looks closest to number 12. I'm gonna go with it being... Let's try it as number 8. This looks like a 5. Let's put it where the 5 should be. Then this can't be the 4. Okay, it's got to be more than an answer. More to this answer. It's how many angles are in each symbol. So this has only one angle. Is that number 1? This has 2 angles, so that's got to be number 2, right? That could be 4. Hey, Paul. Puzzling's going well. How did the arc go? I'm like trying to figure this out. They're talking about there being how many angles there are in the symbol. We need to match it up to a number. So this part is tough. So far, the hardest puzzles are trying to open up combination locks and key codes and all that. Like, this could be 2. Then that would make that 4. This has to be 8. This has only one angle. And let's switch this in 5. Hold on, I messed that up. This goes as 5. Still can't get it open. I had enough wood to make up 4 frames. Might be able to scrounge up enough for the last 2 sometime. Awesome. I'm glad you at least got 2 done. Or 4 of them. I wish I could make frames. I'd make so many frames myself. I just don't have the patience to sit down and do it. I have so much art and photography that I want to hang up. Also have some posters I want to get properly framed, but it really saves a lot of money to do it yourself. He's not... So these 2 are right. Those are the only 2 I know that are right. They're glued up. I'll sand them tomorrow. Honestly, dude, I could teach you the basics in an afternoon. I wish we lived closer to each other. I would even send you the artwork to do for me. Pay you for it. I gotta get back to printing out a lot of my photography. Problem is we were saving it because we were supposed to move and then get stuff framed for the new house. The problem is the pandemic happened, so we've been railroaded on that part. And now the prices, the housing market's just ridiculous, so. The only thing I could think of is that this isn't right. This combination of numbers I already put in, the last 2 are just not right. Like, we have this right. Let's start over again. Maybe that helps. Is there a way to reset this puzzle? I think you gotta walk out and walk back in. Everything's ridiculous, really. Shows what happens when they have to rely on things and not exports. Yeah. Got that right. I set my Mitri saw once and do all the cuts with the same angle. My grandfather used to be a carpenter. He has all that stuff in the basement where he lived, and it's in the basement of this house now, and like it's all stuff from like 60s and 70s. You could probably get like better stuff now, but it still works. I'm not a carpenter, so. He had all the saws, he had all the saw tables. He used to make furniture and stuff like that, so. Actually, that bookcase you see behind me was made by my grandfather, the one that has the DVDs in it. This didn't reset. Oh my lord, how do we reset the puzzle? Ugh. Just tell me what this is. I screwed it up now. Symbol for number 1 has only one angle. That's got to be it, right? Oh yeah, I'll snap it. I used to have a desk that went with it, but it was so large, I ended up putting it in the basement. He did those 2 pieces. He did another piece that's no longer here. I'm trying to think what else he did. The bookcase I've had forever. It's held up. The desk hasn't held up over years because the legs are like, they needed to be glued, and once I glued them, you just need to keep repeatedly being glued every couple of years. The desk is so heavy and it was so big, like it would take up half of this room. That's why I had to get a smaller desk, but I regret it because I probably could have fit another monitor on the desk and had 3 monitors for my computer, but because I had an extra monitor. That's me getting greedy now. Okay, I can't with this puzzle anymore. The symbol for the number 1 has only one angle. That would be the symbol that looks like a backwards 1. Okay, so we did get that one right. That's the one right there. Yeah, it's old school. It is old school. That's when they made things built to last, not this IKEA stuff. Yeah, well, what happened was my old laptop had a different monitor on it, and I was going to give it to my wife to use as a second monitor, but she doesn't have any room to put it on her desk because they gave her a laptop from work, so she has a laptop and her desktop. So she's got no room for another monitor. I ended up getting a 27-inch to replace that one, which was a 21-inch. But had I had the room, I could easily have hooked up another monitor on the side. It's okay. 2 is good enough for now. I don't know what I would have done with that third one, actually. Maybe use it for video editing, to put all the panels on it. The 2 is the one that looks like a backwards Z. So that's right. Symbol for the 3 has 3 angles. We got that right. The 4 has 4 angles. That would be the symbol that looks like a plus sign. I figured that one out. 5 angles, that would be the symbol that looks like a blocky 5 with extra vertical lines on it. A blocky 5 with extra vertical lines on it. Yeah, there you go. It's the 5. So what do we get wrong here? IKEA stuff is fine as long as you don't have to make it move. You are correct. I do have some IKEA pieces in the house. I don't hate them, but once you start moving them, you gotta start screwing them again and tightening them. And after a while, like, screw holes get stripped and the screws do too. I honestly love IKEA though. I'm a woodworker and know how poorly they are made. Yeah. It's temporary furniture, that's the way I call it. Like this desk I bought online, it's pretty sturdy and I had to put it together. It wasn't from IKEA. It was from a different source, but I'm definitely going to get a new desk. I need something bigger. So now I have a work laptop too, so I would have to put that on top of here if I wanted to. 4 angles. Figure this out. This plus sign is the 4. 5 has the 5 angles. The 6 has... the number 6 has 6 angles. That would be the symbol that looks like a plus sign with a horizontal line. 7 has 7 angles. That would be the symbol that looks like a balloon 7. That. Okay. The symbol for 8 has 8 angles. That would be the one that looks like a sideways 8. That's that. So, everything is in the correct place. Why can't I open it? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is correct. And everything's in the right order, too. 7, 4, 8, 2, 1, 5, 3, 6. Oh, Lord, it's not meant to be. Let's go talk to this guy. Fast furniture, there you go. I don't think they move up top. That's a good question. Isn't it circular up top and blocky? Well, you know what? Walsh, you're a genius. I didn't think of that. Look at this. I just rearranged them on the bottom. That's why I couldn't open it.
She was the only victim that had been attacked on the spot in the park. Maybe the police had overlooked something. I had to go see for myself.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, so now we could explore the park. Let's look at that real quick before ending the stream. Bam indeed. Thank you, Paul, for that. That clue, I completely missed the obvious here. Wait. I have to tell him about this safe?
He's been nice so far. I don't want to push his hospitality.
Not just a pretty face. I should have yelled at him for that stupid safe combination.
Stay away from women!
Whoa, who's this guy?
Sorry, Mac. I like women too much.
I woke up with a splitting headache. It wasn't the first time my smart-ass mouth got me in trouble.
So we saw that guy earlier. He works for the lingerie guy. Don't ask. He basically wants us to stop. The lingerie guy is a pimp in town, so all these hookers that are dying or, you know, are giving me information work for him, I think. So let's go to a park. He doesn't want me snooping around. That's basically it. Let's see if we can show her the picture.
What? Are you thick? Listen, you're scaring off customers. Beat it before I remove your family jewels.
Okay, let's move it. So much for that. Barely see what that looks like. I can zoom it in, but it's a bit low-res picture.
I like this statue. It reminds me of Ida.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this is comparing the two. That's where the dead body was.
I don't see anything unusual.
What do you mean you don't see anything unusual? There was a dead body in the picture.
I like this statue. It reminds me of Ida.
Now go back. Come on. Alright, so that's where they found the dead body in the park. That's the park now. We need to find something unusual. I have no discipline when it comes to click adventure games anymore. If I get stuck, I hit Google. I just still remember the high school days of asking all my friends. They solved puzzles I was stuck on. Yeah, I was like that too. Now I use universal hint system, which gives you clues. They don't outright give you the answer, which is nice. This anything? Yeah, point and click games I honestly go through with a guide start to finish. I try to do as much as I can on my own. If not, then I'll look at the guide. Senor Jefe is really good at point and click adventure games. He has the discipline to go, you know, like hours without looking up a hint and actually solving the puzzle. Is there something here? No. See, they had a puzzle in the first game that you had to compare, like, two photos, like a painting to a fake painting. And that was like a pain in the neck. The stories are fun, though. Yeah, Grim Fandango's fun. The balloon animal thing, yeah. I've learned to move on from the balloon animal thing, but I figured I had to get past the guy. So I kept going back to him to ask for balloon animals. Full throttle. The energy drink? Statue beheaded? I don't understand. You know he's gonna walk all the way there and there's nothing there.
don't see anything unusual.
No, that's taking me back there.
I like this statue.
Full Throttle's a good point-and-click adventure game. I saw Senor Hefe play recently. Alright, well, let's end this. And I have no clue what could be different. Probably obvious too, right? Let's take another look. That's the dead body. Gotta be obvious. Something with the tree? Also, the photo is taken at a slightly different angle. It's zoomed in a little more. Two. There's the number 2 right there. It's on both. It's in the picture and then it's on there. Something about this scene. Is it this?
I don't see anything unusual.
Wish we could do this without having to look at the interface to have to look at the photo each time. I thought there was this thing here, but alright, we're coming to an end here because I can't tell. Is there a hint? Will be our third hint. I hate using hints. Ultimate goal is to look for clues. Photo of the park murder can be used to find the clue. The part is a bit tricky, so be sure to follow all instructions carefully. Yeah, we did all this. What should we investigate? The area to focus around is around the body, relatively near to it. Near the body. Like, there's a brick here that's out of place. I'm wondering if they smashed it on her head, but... That something?
I don't see anything unusual.
Nothing. Still in the same spot. He doesn't see
I don't
anything.
see anything unusual.
You know what? I think I already... It's what I exactly said it was. It was the fountain. It's not the body. See, this part here looks like it fell off the fountain. And this looks like it's a brick out of place. But I pressed on the brick and it didn't do anything. So maybe it's that. You could tell they glued it back together. That's what it is. It's written, the whore wasn't worthy of my devotion, so I proposed to the angel. Wow, okay. There's no way to record that. The angel's hand. The angel's wearing a ring. That's what it is. Figured that out. Proposed to the angel, meaning he put a ring on it. We got that. Led us right to the killer. Alright, well, we're gonna call it here. And I will save it here. We'll pick this up on Wednesday's stream. There should be a stream on Wednesday. Hopefully things will go well at work and I'll be able to stream at night. Wednesdays are the new days. There are no more Saturdays streaming. So it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Thanks for hanging out. Paulsh, Eric, DRS, Camilio. Yeah, Monkey gave us a host. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, we at least got to where the killer was. Genie Mania was here. Tikaru. Appreciate it, guys. It brought us to the killer. How much it did. So, next stream... This has been a pretty cool point-and-click adventure game. It's a lot less frustrating than Post Mortem. I want to find who is streaming and we'll rate them. Take care, guys. Wait for the quick raid. Who's on? Some people who are on are probably finishing up now. Yeah, come on, Camilio. Let's go. Load up. Load up. Yeah, he's not on. There's no Camilio. Okay, we're gonna raid Chrono Gerbil, playing Retro NES, Jackal. He's a good guy. Check him out. Take care, everyone.